Good morning. Day 17 on the PCT. You can see, where's it? San Jacinto in the background there. Just leaving camp, headed towards Interstate 10. Back in the desert. Next 4 to 4.5 days, I'm headed to Big Bear. So I'll be going through the Mission Creek area, Whitewater and Mission Creek area, where there's like a few years ago, I forget which hurricane, but one of the hurricanes really washed this area out. So there's some people are taking the ridge line. I'm planning on following the PCT path as much as possible, but some sections will be, or areas will be a little slow going because it's washed out so much. But yeah, just getting started this morning. Supposed to get up to 82 today. Trying to hit around 20 miles today, but we'll see how it goes with this heat. Hoping to find some shade about midday to kind of hold up for a few hours, but we'll see how things go. Onward we go. Made it to the I-10 Oasis. It's basically the Interstate 10 underpass where trail angels, they use some water. Looks like water, soda, maybe some beer. I'm gonna grab some water and get back on the trail. Thanks, trail angels. Greatly appreciate it. Whew. It's only 9:30 and it's already a bit toasty out this morning. A few days ago, I was in the 8 to 10,000 feet of elevation range. Right now I'm down at 1,700 feet. And it's a bit hotter down here than it was up on San Jacinto. It's going to be a toasty one. I'm getting tired of hearing these damn snakes and not being able to see them. I like to know where the danger's at. He's in this bush right here, right next to the trail. I can see him, but probably not gonna come out on video. All right, have a good day, buddy. It's only 11 o'clock, but I stopped for an early lunch. I found this big bush to shade me while I eat lunch and just take a break from the sun for a little bit. Got like 5.5 miles to my next water source, so just chilling out for a bit, then I'll get back on the trail. Apparently that's the White River down there. You can see some water like out in the middle, but for the most part it looks pretty darn dry. There's a visitor center coming up here for the, I think it's called the White River Oasis. It's actually the second visitor center I ran into today, but this one's like a half a mile off trail. I skipped the other one. I'm skipping this one. I'm just not really going off, going off trail adding miles if I don't have to. Just trying to really want to make my 20 miles today, because starting tomorrow is when I'll start hitting a lot of the washout sections, which are probably going to really slow me down over the next probably 2 days. So onward we go. Just tried to take a here for about 45 minutes. Looks like a nice shady spot with this tree and rock, but man, I got pelted by the wind and sand for like 45 minutes. It's time to move on. Onward we go. Oh, looks like we got our first river crossing. Gotta find the best spot to walk across. So far, the worst part about the Mission Creek section is just walking through the sand, that and the heat. As far as this water crossing, you just gotta kind of pick your section. You got this like big, I don't know, people are calling it a cliff, but basically a drop off. So looks like a lot of people have come down there, so that's what I found. That was pretty easy going down there. Now just water crossing here and then one on the other side and climb back up over the hill. Came from over there and cross right here. Onward we go. Time to do another 6 miles today. It's a little past 4, so should be cooling off here in a little bit, hopefully. If I do the 6, it will be the start. It will be Mission Creek tent site, I think, which is kind of the beginning of the worst of the Mission Creek area. So that's what I'm aiming for. We'll see how it goes. Onward we go. This ridge line is so awesome. It's just so cool. Sun is starting to go down. It's a late one. Took a lot of long breaks today. Don't think I'll quite hit my mileage targets, but at least I made it through the heat today. It's been a good day. Onward to camp somewhere. Sun's going down. I just finally got set up for the night. It's about 7 o'clock, but pretty cool spot up here on this ridge watching the sunset. I'm just finishing setting up for the night, going to eat dinner and go to bed, and going to try for a really early morning tomorrow. Hopefully a 4 o'clock wake up, but we'll see how that goes. It's supposed to be hotter tomorrow than it was today, so I didn't quite. I only did like 18 and a half miles today. I was shooting for like 20, but it took a couple hours off in the afternoon just to get out of the sun, basically. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a good night. Good morning. Day 18 from the PCT. Lovely sunrise behind me as I leave camp. Planning to do about 18 miles today. I got 2 miles to water. I got maybe a quarter liter left, so just enough to get there. So yeah, onward to water, and today's in 2 miles starts, I guess, the really washed out section of Mission Creek. So we'll see what it has in store for me. Onward we go. Good thing for that sticker, this rock might fall. At the beginning section of the worst of the washout for the Mission Creek area. So far, not too bad. At least we'll be walking along the river a good bit of the day. Easy access to water. So far, this area hasn't been bad. I've been trying to trample on all the rocks, stay out of the thick sand, and you just look out for the nice big logs to cross the river when you need to. The rattlesnake getting a drink of water. He gave me no warning he was there or nothing. He's either getting a drink or he's dead. I'm not really sure. But he's not moving. I guess he doesn't feel threatened. He's definitely alive. I guess he was just chilling out there in the sun, getting some water. If you're headed out on the PCT this year, or probably in the foreseeable future, because I don't think they plan on rerouting the trail. This is like kind of what the trail looks like, which it really hasn't been bad. It's just like kind of picking the kind of your best, I don't know, best path through here. So some sections you either hiking like deep sand or on top of the rocks. I've been choosing to stay mostly on top of the rocks, which has been no big deal. Just know either way, it really slows your pace down. So I'm like a little over 4 hours in for the day, about 8 miles so far. So it's just being careful walking through here. And for me, like, so the river is over there, but you've basically got the riverbed between these two banks. I've just been sticking to, like, when the river's straight like this, just picking like the kind of straightest path forward I can find. And then when the river bends, just hugging the shoreline as close to the bend as I can. Otherwise, you could easily probably turn like a 15-mile day into maybe a 20-mile day, just because it would add like probably a lot of extra miles. So you just got to be a little aware of the river bends, and like the path you choose is gonna really kind of dictate how many miles you do for the day. Onward we go. A little over 10 miles in for the day, stopping for my lunch break. Set up my umbrella in, I guess, beach umbrella mode. I have this little piece of Velcro, so I set that up to my trekking pole and then use some shot cord that comes with the umbrella to give me a nice tall umbrella to get out of the sun to eat some lunch. So yeah, I'll eat lunch. Trying to get another 8 miles today. I don't know if I will quite do it though. So I got off the riverbed at mile 235 and just walked down this washout section. I think that's where the PCT comes down and it heads up over here. I think I still have about 15 miles of the washout section in different parts, but I think I'm through the worst of it, so we'll see how it turns out. Almost ran into that big guy. Big rattlesnake. Right inside, blended in. Probably got like within a foot before he started his rattle. That scared the piss out of me. Holy shit. Yeah. Alright, you go to your corner, I'll go to mine. This is probably the first sketchy section I came to. This is, I think, mile 237.8. You can kind of butt slide down this hillside and then navigate over there, climb up out of it, or what I did, that big basically blowdown over there. Doesn't look like very high, but it's high enough. I didn't feel safe climbing over that with my pack, so I lowered my pack down first, climbed over the tree, and then the trail comes out here and continues. So that was, I guess, probably the worst section so far. All right, part 2 of sketchiness in this section. That whole hillside is like loose rock and dirt. So I guess the safest way I did it was I went down here. I basically slid on my butt and pack on the way down. Came across and basically under this rock to climb up this section here. And then I'll get around this jumbled mess and the trail picks back up there. So hopefully these little video segments are helpful to someone hiking the trail. Onward we go. This section's pretty crazy. This section really got washed out. I think I'm done with that cluster. That was like a maze getting through there. I rejoined the trail at mile 239. Picked up some water. Whew. I think I have a mile and a half to the next water source where I'll probably make camp for the night. Today's been pretty exhausting. Well, I finally made it to camp. Where I'm set up. Navigated through that maze today. Apparently there's like 2 waterfalls there, but I guess it depends on kind of the path you take up through that like really bad, like kind of washed out section. Luckily I was able to kind of navigate through there without having to climb apparently like 30-foot waterfalls. So that worked out good. I think I'm through the worst of it, but according to the PCTA, there's still about 12 miles left of this like kind of washed out section, but I think I'm definitely through the worst of it. So glad for that. So yeah, it was like 17 miles today, but I really worked for those miles. It was not only was it tough going, it was very slow going, like just trying to navigate, you know, through that section. You had to really be careful with kind of what path you're taking, because if you ended up at the top of a big drop off, then you would have to retrace your footsteps to find basically a different path, but made out okay. So thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a good night.